Hmm. uh, and in the Asian culture, the women are expected to forget themselves and make sacrifices for their family. Okay, part of one of the first sacrifices they have to make is to sacrifice their own parents when they get married. So they renounce their own family and join the husband's family and adopt them as their own. Is it, no, not you? When you're not an Asian, you're not a typical Asian woman. Anyone has a problem? Yak Song, is that true? No, she's also not a real woman. That's certainly not a real woman. Real Asian woman, I mean. Okay? And so, no, not this one, not this one. 9. 4th of July, I'm in a good mood. Maybe next year we should try hot dogs and barbecue. Huh? Yeah.
My mom was like that.
Yeah, and that's my mom's generation.
Like, for example, she's not allowed or expected the New Year day in her original family. She cannot go to the family worship temple.
Yeah.
It's not family.
Mm-hmm. That's the Asian culture, if you will. Okay, and to me, I always believe that that's not right. Okay, for some reason. But now, after I learned Buddhism, I realized the wisdom of Buddhist thinking is that you must need to benefit yourself. So it's like 自利, you have to benefit oneself before you can benefit others. And hopefully, ideally, you'll be able to benefit both yourself and others, which is the ultimate. Okay, but this is an order. You cannot say, like you young people say, I want to benefit others. I join the Peace Corps, and so forth. I do volunteer work and so forth. But that's also unrealistic because you need to benefit yourself first. Okay, obvious reasons. Okay, and so the Buddhist wisdom sounds very simple, but it's very, very profound. Similarly, when we cultivate, same thing. We need to cultivate in order to build our own strength. Okay, that's benefiting ourselves. Okay, and then so that before we can really benefit others. When you have no strength, you have no stamina, when you can't take a beating, every time something bad happens to you, oh my God, my life is terrible. Okay, then you're too weak, you can't handle it, and that's why you need to. This Buddhist ideal is very, very, very profound. 自利利他, and then in parallel, it also means to cross over oneself and cross over others. 自度, 度他. Okay? You cannot cross over others unless you cross over yourself. Just because you benefit yourself and benefit others is not enough. Because why isn't it enough? It's not the big picture. Benefit yourself, benefit others sounds worldly perspective. You want to benefit yourself, benefit others. But when you talk about benefit, cross over oneself, 自度, this is for the long term. Benefit oneself is too short term. Benefit others is too short term. And people have a tendency to forget that you benefit them anyway. But if you cross them over, okay, then it's forever. Okay? So Buddhist wisdom is wonderful. Yes, YouTube.
Thank you, Master. You have a question. It's not related, but this is from Yi Win. Hello, Master. This is XL. I'm fasting, but the weather is so hot that I've been spraying myself with water frequently. Is this considered cheating?
Was that cheating? It's not cheating? It's good thinking, you think? How often do you do that? No, it should be okay, It's unanimous. We all feel it's okay. We're not slaves, drivers, okay? You can make your own mind how you want to cultivate. If you want to spray yourself, might I suggest you also want to consider, I don't know, what is popular nowadays? Engineers. Heat pumps? No? Heat pumps. Okay? Don't turn on the AC. It's good. It's bad for the world. Okay? The heat pumps. It's kind of cool. Okay? And so you spray yourself, it's okay. It should be okay. Okay? Don't worry so much. Try your best. All right. Next. Enlighten oneself and enlighten others. Okay?
Master, we can start on slide 55. 55.
55? Thank you very much. Enlighten oneself. Okay. Enlightenment is the ultimate goal, the ultimate achievement. And it's irreversible. Once you're enlightened, you always will be enlightened. It's a very, very special club. Okay, and so I can't stress enough for you. I don't care how smart you are, how successful you are, nothing can compare with enlightenment. You enlighten yourself, okay? And that means, at least for us, 4th-stage arhats. For Hinayana, you need to reach 1st-stage arhat. They call it enlightenment. We don't. Why don't we call it enlightenment? It's because really 1st-stage arhats to 3rd-stage arhats, they still don't have enough wisdom yet for us to consider them to be enlightened. However, compared to the worldly knowledge, whether you are a Hindu follower, yogi, and so forth, they have a lot of wisdom. But they pale in comparison to the wisdom of the 1st-stage arhat. It's a very special state, okay? Very special and very significant achievement. I don't want you to feel that it's being belittled by us. No, we don't mean it. We want to challenge you to say, yes, it's very nice. 1st-stage arhat is a wonderful thing because you will begin to really feel good about yourself and become more detached from others, less dependent on others. What worldly people don't realize, whether it's a yogi, whether it's a Tai Chi master, and so forth, they have this dependency on others, okay, that and they can't, if you will, can't really take a beating yet. So when things are not going well, they don't hold up that well. So this is why for our people, when they reach first stage Arhat, they really become a significant pillar of society because they don't crumble under pressure as easily. It's much harder, okay, for them to crumble. So it's a wonderful thing. And people say, what are these people doing for me? A pillar. Does that pillar ask you for recognition, to be noticed? And does that pillar wonder about its usefulness or its existence? It quietly does its work, 24 hours a day, 24/7, 365 days a year. Okay? And that's what it is. Without a pillar, can we have a structure? You can't. Okay? And so that's why the first stage Arhats are very special individuals. However, we are a lot more demanding. It's only when you get to, after you get to fourth stage Arhat, then we take you more seriously. Okay? That's what we call enlighten oneself. Get to fourth stage Arhat, and then it's much easier for us to teach you to go higher. Okay? And you go higher until you become enlightened. The big enlightenment for us, that's the goal. It's well worth it, I assure you, this big enlightenment here. After you become enlightened, then after you reach a certain level, you'll be taught how to enlighten others. Okay, so it sounds casual in Chinese, 自觉觉他, actually it's very elaborate. Okay, so you remember these phrases. Okay, benefit oneself, benefit others, cross oneself, cross over oneself, cross over others, and enlighten oneself, enlighten others. That's the path of the Bodhisattva. Okay? Anything that's short of that, you're missing out. Seriously. You're missing out on the wonders of Mahayana. You're missing out. You are basically, if you don't do that, you basically you lack one thing: belief in yourself. If you stop at, I made money, I'm successful, I'm famous, you're selling yourself short. It's nothing yet. Okay, dokie? Yes, 8.
Amitabha Thầy, what does it mean benefit oneself?
I never thought of it. How do you benefit oneself? She's having a smirk on her face. Teji Sunim, what does benefit oneself mean? Speak. I want to hear your voice. I haven't heard your voice today yet. What does it mean, benefit oneself?
잘 모르겠습니다.
I don't know, is what she says.
I don't know, Master.
What is this Korean? See, this is like Korean answer. Master asked a question, I don't know, Master. I think it started Chung Yin Sunim. Anyone else? What does benefit oneself mean? Alex, certainly you must have an idea, an opinion. No? I don't know?
Thank you, Master. I guess it must mean build blessings for oneself and then build blessings for others, because the next thing you do is use the merit and virtue to cross over and enlighten yourself.
Okay. Anyone else? Alex is becoming so boring. Yes, 9.
I think it means that we cultivate ourselves and we improve ourselves and become happier. That is benefiting ourselves.
Okay. JC.
남과 공유할 수 없는 그런 이득을 benefit oneself로 하지 않을까 싶습니다. 남들과 공유할 수 없는 이득. 남들과 기쁨을 공유할 수 없다든가 이런 거, 자기 자신만의 이득, 이런 걸 benefit oneself로 할 것 같습니다.
I think benefiting oneself means you have benefit that you cannot share with others, like a password that only you know.
I see. Like a crypto wallet. Okay, I buy that. Yes, you too.
Thank you, Master. Diego Alfonso says, Amitabha, Master, to benefit oneself is to cultivate.
Benefit oneself is cultivate. Okay. Anyone else? It's the 4th of July. You are the most boring people on earth. What is this? Have you lost touch with reality? Okay. Benefit oneself is what we do. What do you mean? What you have to ask? Everything we do all day is to benefit ourselves. No? Not Alex. Wei Mao.
Master, to benefit oneself is to have 10 million Instagram followers and a big stock portfolio and a red car and a lot of, to have everything for oneself and to be self-serving.
Good thinking. Okay? If what we do here at the temple, okay? Yes, in the back.
네, 번뇌를 없애고 행복해지는 것입니다.
No affliction and be happy.
No affliction, be happy. That's a nice way to benefit yourself. Very good. Okay? Everything we do here in the temple, believe it or not, is to benefit ourselves. Why is that? I'm serious. I'm not joking, okay? Please, I joke a lot, but not now. Why is it everything we do here at the temple is to benefit ourselves? Everything. Absolutely everything. You might argue, benefit others, cross over oneself, cross over others. What's the point? Enlighten oneself, enlighten others. Okay? All this, benefit oneself, cross over and enlighten. Okay? All those are predicated upon benefiting yourself. Yeah? You have any doubt about that? That everything we do here is to benefit you. Okay? The purpose of everything we do is to benefit ourselves. Yes? Whereas people out there, are they necessarily benefiting themselves? I have one person who's from out there, just walked in. Are they necessarily benefiting themselves? Most people think they're benefiting themselves, but most of them are wrong, misguided. They think they're benefiting themselves, they're benefiting the family, but maybe, quite often, quite often, more often than not, they're not. What kind of percentage are we talking about? Very high percentage, folks. They think they're benefiting themselves. They think they're benefiting the family. But the overwhelming majority of people out there are not. It's too insulting to them, too shocking to them. They can't believe this. And those are the people who point fingers at us and say, see, you are so selfish. You only think of yourself. Damn right. We're thinking ourselves for the greater good. You think of others, but you are destroying the world. Why is the world getting worse and worse and worse every year? Because people out there are destroying the world. If you benefit yourself at the expense of others, are you really benefiting yourself? That's what worldly people fail to recognize. If the only purpose that you do all day is to benefit yourself, even at the expense of others, anyone? Isn't that how we function? Typically, ordinary people, that's what we're conditioned to do by our parents. Your mom tells you, your dad tell you that I hope you become successful, rich, famous, whatever. Okay? Whatever it takes. Did I answer your question, ma'am? Do you believe? Okay, anyone else? Okay, and next phrase, he says, they benefit themselves and are willing to extend these benefits to others. Sort of, okay? I wouldn't explain it that way, but Chinese style, it's okay. They want to cross over themselves and also want to all living beings to attain liberation. Okay, sounds pretty lofty enough. They wish to be enlightened. They're also happy when others become enlightened. They're never jealous of others. Jealous people, work on that, okay? You're not a true bodhisattva yet if you're still jealous of others. All right. There you go. I think this is where the next section of the audio begins.
On slide 55.
55. Okay, sorry. There's a certain bodhisattva, a certain person who practices bodhisattva path. And see, Master Hsuan, see, he's very precise. He says he first needs to take care of himself by becoming an arahat. Okay, so you liberate yourself. Okay? That's first. Speaking of self-liberated person doesn't mean he doesn't care for others. you certainly attain the status of Pratyeka Buddha, sound hearer. Okay, fine. Are you ready? Do I still have one more slide or what?
做一个声位，声，这个人他要欢喜天做这个善功德的事情，他就会升到天上去。
So, being a sound hearer, a sound hearing sage, this person likes to be in heaven and do virtuous deeds. He will ascend to the heaven. It's my testing. Oops.
造罪孽过的事情，他就会做到地狱里去。
For the sinful deeds he committed, he will fall to the hell.
所以天堂、地狱从什么地方造成的？
So where do heaven and hell originate from?
就从你现前的一念心。你要是一天到晚就存那个鬼心。
It comes from your present state of mind. If all day long you only harbor a ghostly mind.
心里想要杀人放火偷东西做这一些个见不了的人的事情，不能公开的事情。
In your mind, you think about killing people, committing arson, stealing, and doing these shameful deeds that cannot be shown to others, things that cannot be made public.
或者吃人这个国家什么人都有，你看有人吃人，他把人拿来就吃了。
Or eat people. This country has all kinds of people. Look, some people eat people. They take people and just eat them.
这些个事情吃人这个人呢，将来做什么？
Such events, the person who eats people, what will this person become in the future?
做老虎。你看那吃多人呢，一定会变老虎的。
He will become a tiger. You see, in eating a lot of people, he will certainly become a tiger.
说我欢喜变老虎，老虎是最厉害的，那你就吃多几个人呢？
You say, I would like to become a tiger. Tigers are the most powerful. Then you just need to eat a few more people.
你现在要吃10个人，一定会变老虎但是
If you eat 10 people now, you would definitely become a tiger.
这10个人要一口吃下去，你要一口一口的吃，10个人那不会变的。
But you have to eat these 10 people in one gulp. If you eat them one bite at a time, even by eating 10 people, you won't become a tiger.
你能一口把10个人都吞到你肚里去，一定是个老虎。就活着，就现在就是老虎了。
If you can swallow 10 people in one gulp, you're certainly a tiger. Being alive, as we speak, you're a tiger.
你要能做到啊，就可以。你要是慢慢吃啊，也可以变老虎。
If you can do that, then you can become a tiger. If you eat slowly, you can also become a tiger.
等来生，现在变不了。现在你要想变也可以变，就是要一口把这10个人都吃了。
Wait for the next life. You can't change now. If you want to change now, you can also do so. Just eat all 10 people in one gulp.
你能这样也就可以的，做兽中王。
If you're able to do this, then you can become a tiger, become the king of beasts.
你要是幸存这些的心，就会去变这种的动物。
If you only harbor these kind of thoughts, in the next life, you will become such an animal.
你好像那个蛇，为什么它变蛇？它那么有毒呢？就因为它姓。
Just like that snake. Why does it become a snake? Why is it so venomous?
吃毒吃的太多了，吃毒吃的多了，所以变毒蛇。
It is because its nature consumed too many poisonous things. Consuming so much poison, it became a venomous snake.
心也变成毒了遇着无论什么生物、什么活的东西，我一口就一定要把你咬死。
Its mind also turned toxic. Whenever it encountered any creature, any living thing, it would definitely kill it with just one bite.
那就因为吃毒吃的多了，所以它变成毒蛇。
Because it consumed a lot of poison, it became a venomous snake.
为什么它变成毒蛇？也就它心太毒了，所以变成毒蛇
Why did it become a venomous snake? It is because its mind was extremely toxic, so it became a venomous snake.
那么，做人、做鬼、做畜生、做佛、做菩萨，都是由心做。
So being a human, a ghost, an animal, and a Buddha or a Bodhisattva is all created by the mind.
你心里要不欢喜，他就不能做；你心里要欢喜，他就会做。
If your mind is not happy, it cannot be done. If your mind is happy, it will be done.
那么你不欢喜的事情，说不欢喜受苦，怎么会受苦呢？是因为
So the things you're not happy with, you say you don't like to suffer. Then how is it that you're suffering?
心不直啊，所以得了果报啊，也就很弯曲的，很苦恼的了。
It's just because your mind is not straight. Your mind is not straight. Therefore, the resulting karma will also be very twisted and very distressing.
希望快乐的，就要做快乐的事情。
So, we humans, if we wish to be happy, we should do things that brings happiness.
我知道了，我所欢喜的，欢喜听音乐。
It's not about saying, I know, the things I enjoy. I enjoy listening to music.
拿着一个吉他，叮叮叮叮叮啊，那么去弹去，这是快乐，这是假的。
All day long, I just hold a guitar and pluck away, making the sound of ding 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 ding. This is happiness. This is false.
快乐，你那自性上啊，没有得到真正的快乐。
Within your heart, there's no true happiness. In your self-nature, you have not attained true happiness.
自己弹来弹去也不明白，那是一个假的。
You're still confused, plucking away, this way, that way, by yourself, yet still do not understand that it is false.
真正的快乐，自性真正的快乐。
If you want to attain true happiness of the self-nature, true happiness of the self-nature,
这个执行去行持啊，你所欢喜的那条路行你所欢喜的那条路。
you must use the straight mind to stop following the path you like, stop pursuing the path you like.
为什么说这个音乐按小提琴、吉他不是真正的快乐？
Why is it said that this music, like playing the violin or guitar, is not true happiness?
是在外面，你要自性里的音要做起来，那才是真正的快乐。自性里边的音要没有会弹。
Because it is outside of you, you need to create music from your self-nature. Now, that is true happiness. The music within your self-nature doesn't play.
那是乐是乐一阵，过了这一阵呢，就又哭起来了。听不见这个音乐就会哭的。
You play external music, which brings happiness, temporary happiness. After this moment of joy, you start crying again. When you don't hear this music, you cry.
我没有见过这样人，不听音乐就哭，
Indeed, there's no such thing. I have never seen a person who cries just because they don't listen to music.
要是经验的多一点呢，就会。我为什么知道呢？
So it is because you're still young. If you had a bit more experience, you would cry. How do I know this?
有很多的音乐明星做音乐做得很快乐，一下台就哭起来。他哭什么他自己也不知道，所以。
Because I know many pop stars who find great joy in making music, then cry as soon as they get off the stage. They don't even know why they're crying.
这个快乐不是真的，因为我有根据。
So I say that happiness from making music is not true happiness, because I have evidence.
Okay, let's stop. Any questions? YouTube. What sticks out? What, what do you like, what you don't like, what you notice?
Thank you, Master. We have some comments.
Yeah.
Jane Clymer says, this is in reference, the comments are in reference to people eating people. It says here, for your reference, people eating people did happen in China from the late 1950s to the entire 1960s.
Is that right?
There was that's what she says here. There was widespread famine during that time in China. And Brady McBride wants to also have his comment here, says, I was there. Hong Kong was super crowded with profoundly desperate people, even living on buildings' rooftops.
And were they eating each other in Hong Kong? Brady McBride, did you see people eating each other with a little bit of oyster sauce? Hong Kong cooking, I noticed they put a lot of oyster sauce anyway. Okay, check the references, please, like when you listen to a debate, checking, checking out the data. Yes, JC.
Like there is like bomb or something?
Excuse me?
There's like this explosive sound background.
Explosive sound here? Probably fireworks. It's the 4th of July here. I'm sorry that disrupted you. Did people eat each other in Korea when you had this famine? It was only a Chinese thing.
We never heard, right? In Korea, we never.
You weren't even born then. Ask the real Koreans. Did people eat each other in Korea? Is that recorded? Is it documented? Yes, Wei Bao.
Amitabha Master, I have one comment and 3 questions, if I could ask. Hello, can you hear?
Yeah.
Can we hear? Yes.
We heard you.
Okay. I have one comment and 3 questions, if it's okay, not related to this topic. So the comment is related to eating people. I remember reading in English literature. I think at the time, I don't know who's in Europe or something, so that was writing about eating babies, like this, you how different ways of cooking babies, so that's how you was, I don't know what's the idea, but that was this idea of eating babies and different ways of cooking it.
Do you know which country in Europe?
I
you
don't
remember vaguely?
I just remember it's a novel. Maybe Peter, as an English literature, knows about that. I have some information. I just remember that off my mind.
Could it be Russia?
Je ne sais pas.
Okay, never mind.
Know.
Continue, please.
And my questions, 3 questions. Question number 1.
This is when you use, ChatGPT something. Check it out. Yeah, were Europeans eating? See, there you go, eating each other. Instead of looking yourself, you let the AI look for you. Yeah, live with the times, guys. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
Continue.
First question. So when I try to follow the Chan schedule, nobody's walking. So when we were supposed to walk. So if I were to walk, and am I making offense, offending other people who are maybe meditating in samadhi, like the whole room, everybody seems to be in samadhi. And if I start walking, am I making offense?
Who was in samadhi again? Do you name names?
Okay, this is not the reason. Maybe last winter,
So recently is no one today, the last 3 weeks, no one entering samadhi? I need facts, speak facts, don't just...
Not recently, I have no problem walking. There was no people in samadhi to be concerned for walking this time.
Okay.
But previous time, yes.
It's no longer an issue then.
But then Master, it's an issue for me. So that's first question.
No, there's no offense. Continue, number 2.
Really? So if they wake up from samadhi because of me, it's no offense?
I swear to God.
Oh, lovely. Thank you, Master. Number 2, so walking also. Yesterday, I was walking, so the question came up, are we supposed to walk very fast, very slow?
Be yourself. Number 3.
Number 3, I was trying to walk, and I could not walk. I didn't want to walk. I last 1 round. So my question is, why, Master? What's my problem?
I don't know. Number 5.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
Master.
welcome.
I looked up about cannibalism in Europe.
Yes.
First half of the 20th century saw a resurgence of acts of survival cannibalism in Eastern Europe, especially during the Russian famine of 1921 to 1922, the Soviet...
I don't need ChatGPT.
The Soviet famine of 1930 to 1933, and the siege of Leningrad.
Oh, wow. Is that... Which AI program is this? If it's Bard or Gemini or something,
this is,
you better use another one.
It's improvisational AI. It's just Wikipedia.
What?
It's from Wikipedia.
Wikipedia? Provisional? Provisional. The free versions of AI use that. How interesting. Thank you. What about in so-called in Hong Kong and China or whatever, where people are eating? Chinese people, look it up. See? Okay. Yeah. All right. To be continued about the cannibalism. Be a sound hearer, sound hearing sage. Sound hearer, okay, terminology. Sound hearer usually refers to an arhat or pratika Buddha, so those are sages. Okay. This person likes to be in heaven, do virtuous deeds, he will ascend to heaven. I struggle with this because I didn't read it anywhere. Okay, I never read this. Okay, I'm learning with you as well. But then I remember he's right. You know, it's amazing how much you can learn. It's just like you. I'm curious as well what he has to say. It's old Chinese monk. So it's true that they would they like to go in the heavens, do virtuous deeds, and they will ascend to the heavens. Most of these arhats, first stage arhat, second stage, third stage arhat, they all are supposed to ascend to the heavens. And that's because they do virtuous deeds. And I like to do, and for the sinful deeds, you will fall to the hells. So, all right? So this, he's right. And I'm so grateful that he said that. It's true that these arhats, from first to third, they have the propensity to ascend to the heavens. I've known a few who went to the heavens, and so it is true. So it's in their fibers. Okay, it's kind of cool. So that's why, as you're cultivating, do virtuous deeds. Okay, don't commit any sins. Okay, and so forth, because it helps in the first phase of benefiting yourself. Okay? Yes, JC.
So I have a question about this this sentence. So in some of your lectures, you say about the 8 difficulties to cultivate. One of them was to be in heaven. So you feel so happy, you don't want to cultivate. So it's harder. It becomes harder for you to meet the Buddha Dharma if you go to heaven, right? So why is that the sound hearers, they want to go to heaven? Is it because they're not aware of what they're doing, or they're...
Okay, I apologize if I misled you. One of the 8 difficulties is that to be born in a long life heaven. Okay, and that's a heaven for externalists. That's what it's referring to. I believe you were born up there because the externalists aspire to have that extinction of afflictions, okay, extinction of heat, and so they aspire to be born in heaven there, and that's for externalists. Many of them, Hindus and so forth, yogis are born in that heaven, and when you're born there, you will have very long life. You live like 500 kalpas or something like that. So it's a very, very long time, meaning that if you're born there, you will miss the next Buddha. That's the meaning of that difficulty. Okay? But the arhats are different. They are not born into those heavens. All right? JC still has a question, or what?
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. For sinful deeds you committed, you fall to the hells. Yes, you will. Even an arhat will fall to the hells. Okay, so don't be misled. You're an arhat. You heard that you got the first stage arhat and you go to heaven 7 times. Okay, that does not preclude you from take a side trip to the hells. You got to go up there 7 times, okay? But no one promised you never fall to the hells. Notice that. We're very precise. So be careful, girls. Don't be a bad girl. Okay? So where does heaven and hells come from? Come from your mind. If all day long you harbor a ghostly mind, okay? Ghostly mind, whatever ghostly mind means. Okay? In your mind, what are the ghostly mind? A thing of killing people, burning up things, stealing, doing these shameful deeds that you don't want to let others know. okay? And they cannot be revealed. And things that you're afraid to be revealed, that's what he's talking about, all right? Or how about eating people? This is when the Chinese go crazy and the Russians go crazy. Meow, meow. They can eat people and eat them and so forth. I don't know which country. Was he referring to the U.S.? I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, such events, a person eats people, will they become in the future? What happened? You become a tiger. I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know that when you eat people, you become a tiger. How glorious! In Vietnamese culture, tiger is like a desirable beast. The Asians are in awe of tigers. See, you Westerners are in awe of lions. Lion King. Okay. But the Asians, they revere tigers. Okay, and so I didn't know that you need to eat people to become a tiger, according to Master Shenhua. Okay, don't quote me on this. Tiger is very powerful. Eat a few more people. Eat 10 people and so forth. It's, he's speaking a lot of nonsense here. A tiger eat 10 people, one go and so forth. No one believes it, Chinese joke, Chinese humor, It's okay. Let's give him that. So, ha, 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 okay? What about that? What about eating people, okay? So the thought you have, what you would like to indulge in is what, kind of animal you become. I just wonder, how about cats? My disciples like cats. I become a cat. It's obvious, isn't it? Sushis, you eat a lot of sushis. The cats like fish. You see the logic? Using Master Shua's logic, you eat people, you become tiger. You eat fish, you eat sushi, then you become a cat. Make sense? Perfectly logical. Yes, Wei Mao.
Is there a way to...
Poor Malcolm. They have to play this when he's here in the audience. Go ahead.
Is there a way if Master Shenhua meant that if you eat meat, then it's the same thing, because you don't know where the meat came from. If you were they were like reincarnated into the animal, if the person fell into the animal realm and then you consume that meat, so then that's like cannibalism too.
Yeah, but he's more specific. Tiger is a special kind of animal in the animal kingdom. It deserves special consideration. That's why he said, you have to eat people. You don't just eat animals to become a tiger. Okay? Okay, I need to make it clear too for Malcolm. Malcolm, you want to become a tiger, you have to be careful. You're Republican, right?
Yeah, I used to be registered like one. So.
There you go. You notice that orange face? Remind me who he reminds me of? A tiger. Tigers in Asia are orange. Never mind. I thought I'd start a new rumor. Thanks so much, Shenhua. Okay? All right. It's 4th of July, folks. Okay, become such an animal. Just a snake. Why does it become venomous? Why is it so venomous as a snake? It's because its nature consumes too many poisonous things. Yeah, in a way, yeah. The more poison you consume, the more your body can bear the poisons, and everything you touch becomes poisonous. Okay, I can buy that. Okay, it's kind of weird to me. First reaction: why would you eat poison? Well, he's talking about poisonous things. Okay, so much poison. Okay, yeah, it's Chinese logic. Its mind becomes toxic when an encounter creature, living being, would ever kill it with one bite, too poisonous. Okay? Consumed a lot of poison, became a venomous snake. Any problem with this? Any curiosity? Okay, no problem, right? Where do we have the most poisonous snakes in the world? Never mind, let's not let's not go there. Why become venomous? Because my extremely toxic, so became poisonous snake, a venomous snake. Okay, poisonous mind. Okay, okay, so he's building a case here. So the mind is very, very venomous. Okay. Being a human, ghost, animal, Buddha, Bodhisattva, it's all from the mind. Mind, okay, from the mind. All right. Any questions so far? Do you have anything you'd like to discuss besides eating animals and eating poisonous things? Anyone? Now's the time to ask, because Master Shuhar opened the door, opened the gate for this. Well, what would you like to become? Yes, 4.
Master actually wanted to ask about later slides when Master Xuanhua talked about somebody have an idea what they wanted to do in their mind, and then they will in their nature and they do it. I've heard like people say some rock stars, some engineers from a very young age, they kind of have this life that they envision for themselves, that they want to be a rock star or be an engineer. Is this what Master Xuanhua is talking about, or Master Xuanhua is talking about something else, like enlightened beings?
Okay, when we get to that particular section, will you flag it out for me, please? Okay, let's continue then. And you think of whatever you want to think, and then you can ask. When the mind isn't happy, it cannot be done. Your mind is happy, it will be done. Okay, this is what they talk about in Buddhism. Okay, it's like actually, this is a Asian logic about why you need to cultivate, and many of the Westerners come and they like it. Okay, they buy into it. Okay, so let's see. The thing you're happy with, you don't like to suffer, and you're suffering because your mind is not straight, therefore you'll be twisted and distressing. Okay, speaking in a straight mind. Human, we wish to be happy. If you want to be happy, you should do things that bring happiness. Okay, again, Chinese logic. Wei Mao.
Thank you, Master. Today, actually, a friend of mine was asking me, how do you become a dragon? And then you said that, and I was like, oh, this is the time for me to ask.
Okay. Become a dragon. Master Xuanhua said, and then Buddhist books say as well. Become a dragon, you cultivate very, very vigorously. You tell your friend to come out Chanchi. Okay, this is what when we cultivate very vigorously. Look at them. They're unhappy, they all look. Okay, so vigorous. They know you're smiling. Teiji Sunim rarely smiles. When she first came to us, she said, when she saw me, maybe she has a smirk. But usually all day, she barks at people. True? Now she's smiling. I don't know why. But anyway, so you cultivate vigorously, but you don't observe precepts. That's how you do it. Because you have a lot of blessings from cultivating vigorously. And the blessings manifest in terms getting what you want. You want to become small, you become small. You want to be big, you want to be big. You want to fly, you fly. Okay? So they have a lot of spiritual penetrations because of they cultivate so vigorously. Like all these people here tonight. They all, in the future, have a chance to become dragons because they're so vigorous. All they need is left is that don't observe precepts. Okay? All right. Does it help? Okay, you want to be happy, we do things that bring happiness. Okay? Of course, that's what we all do. Things I enjoy, listening music, pluck away, ding, ding, ding. That's not true happiness. And this is so typical Chinese teaching. Your heart no true happiness. And, it's like I used to hear this and say, wow, yeah. But now, looking back, I'm a lot more cynical. Maybe it comes with aging or suffering, I don't know. But what is true happiness? Can you talk with something that I understand? I have a problem. The Asians are sheeps, sheeps. Okay. It doesn't bother you. But for me, I said, true happiness, what is that? Okay, bring it up, true happiness once, but don't harp on it. Okay, you don't know what true happiness is? Let me tell you, there's something called true happiness you don't know. Okay, but you don't want to compare true happiness with happiness. I can't compare two things I don't know. Okay, but for some reason, the Asians like it. They buy into it. Doesn't it bother you? Westerners, Western educated people? Huh? Don't you wonder? Okay, what is he talking about? What am I comparing? My unhappiness with what? What, a concept? Okay? See, you have fun, but it's not true happiness. You're still confused, plugging away by yourself. You don't understand that it's false. This is correct. Okay? See? If you want to attain true happiness of the self-nature, again, what is the self-nature? And this is why we have problems attracting educated, smart people. They listen to this and say, you guys just, I don't know what you're talking about. Can you talk about something I understand? That I can use? Isn't it your purpose of speaking of Dharma so that I understand, and I want to use it? Instead of talking about something, so far away from me. Self-nature, true happiness is self-nature. Okay, so it's a nice concept to have, yes. There's self-nature, there's true happiness that arises from the self-nature. That's fine, okay. And you need to use the straight mind to stop following the path you like, stop pursuing the path you like. Okay. Now, straight mind, you can't use the straight mind to pursue the path you like. So what's the point in doing a straight mind here? Again, if you practice using a straight mind for a while here, you walk out of the temple, you're in a slightly better position to pursue what you like. That's my claim. That's why we're doing this. Because you resolve to have a straight mind here, and you walk out, and you can't be yourself anymore, okay? Then it's not working yet. Okay, so to me, this is too Asian. Okay, the music, play violin is not true happiness. It sounds to the Westerners. I like the opera. I like listening to a virtuoso playing the guitar. It's so beautiful. And that's not true happiness. I have a problem with that. Is that where we are right now or no? Not yet? 4.
No, not yet. But
not yet.
Question
okay,
here.
Hold your horse. But you have another question.
Another question.
Okay, another question. Okay. Question away.
Who would be an example of having music in their self-nature? Mozart? Beethoven?
We don't know. Mozart, Beethoven, but usually what I heard, okay, and I don't know, I don't have all the details I heard, is that these composers, like Mozart, okay, he hears it. He hears in his ears, so he started writing. Okay, so maybe heavenly music, he could hear, he could have heavenly ear, whatever, or he got some help, or whatever. Okay, but actually he hears it, and that's why he can like that. Okay, and the inspiration, I don't know where it comes from, but usually the heavenly music is far better than ours. Okay, Beethoven, he's deaf, so he couldn't hear. How could he compose music? Okay, so I read that he couldn't hear. He's losing his hearing. So, and he was using a piano to compose his music. So he couldn't hear it anymore. So he cut down, the legs of the piano, so that it's on the floor. Okay, so he could hear the thum 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 thum. That's all he could hear left. Okay, so it's cool. Those people, we don't know. I don't know where it comes from, but it's a gift. So that's why I'm biased, because I like their music. So for anyone to tell me that it's not true music, not true happiness, I have a problem with that. It's such a gift of the world. No matter where it came from, how it happened, it's so beautiful. And to me, it may not be true happiness, so what? I want to enjoy it still. I'm sorry. I know you're disappointed. I don't know what true happiness is. Okay? I'm happy when I listen to the music. The joie de vivre. Okay? Yeah. See? That makes me happy. Can I be like that? If it's not true happiness, so be it. Okay? Yes, JMT.
Hello, Master.
Yes.
Master, I retired a couple of months ago.
Oh, congratulations. Mr. Park retired. Yay!
Thanks.
No special effects for retirement?
But
all right. Cool.
I have a kind of grace period from the work that I have the part-time work for a year. I have time to design what I would do to the next phase of my life.
Okay.
But I got freed from the work, but I get kind of lost what I'm going to do next stage. So, well, as you bring up the true happiness, that this is solely my time to design myself, but I kind of get lost what I do. So I want please guide me the direction that I want to do the next period of my life. The situation is that I used to hope to find a job for several years before, but in this age, this is very slim chance to have that. Although I have the chance to work 2 or 3 years, but it's kind of full-time work for teaching like principal classes. Then I think that it's sort of pointless for me to do that kind of work. It's a waste of time for me, I think.
Listen to that, from a highly educated PhD researcher, big shot. He says, it's pointless. My knowledge is pointless for me to pass it on. It is so sad. How did humanity or Korean humanity ever get to this point? Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, that's what teaching the class is good, but I think that's not beneficial for me, I think. So I want to do something more, but anyway,
you're not anxious. You don't care to pass on your knowledge to the next generation.
If there are lots of people to do that. So,
lots of people to do
and
that. Because I happen to like the teaching profession. I think it's such a lofty, nice thing to do.
Yeah, I mean I can have the part-time teaching, and I'm willing to do that. But
you can mold young people's mind, not just with theory, your knowledge, but also your wisdom. You have wisdom.
Okay,
so it's something I would consider.
Yeah.
Try that path. Okay.
Thank you.
Don't leave it out.
Yeah,
okay?
I will
Continue.
think about it. Yes. But full time is too heavy for me, so I will find this thing part time. Doing that.
That sounds good. Yeah, don't do full time. You deserve to retire. How old are you?
Yes, 61.
61, and you're retired already. My God, some people
my wife
are so lucky.
Yeah, fortunately.
And how many children do you have? I have lots of children. I wish I could retire.
What? Regarding that, fortunately and gratefully, my wife respects what my choice, whatever my choice is, and
great wife.
Assume
great wife. Hey. Anyway,
well, she will assume the economic burden for the family. So I kind of free for my choice, and. So I want to do something for myself and also contribute to good causes. And I plan naturally to practice more and help for JC and JMT.
Great.
And also...
We're very, very fortunate, and we're truly happy about that.
But I found that as I have more time, I tend to waste the time and get lazy. When I work, kind of forced to not to waste the time.
Yes.
But as I have free of time, well, I really waste a lot of time. So my question is the beginning of this retired stage, what principle that for me to design the life path for good. And the second is that how to motivate me not to waste time I did not have this freedom of time before.
Yes. Okay, let's take the second question first. It's natural for you to waste time right now because you're not under the same pressure as before. Okay, I understand that professionals in your country, in K-Land, are under tremendous pressure. There's traffic issues, there are pressure from work and so forth. So professionals have very stressful lives. Okay, so for you to take it easy, actually is a good thing. Okay, because you need to transition into a different mode where you're no longer pulled by others' expectations. Okay, so it's natural for you to slow down, and you're not used to it. That's why you're a little bit alarmed. Okay, it's a natural thing. Okay, before, when you had a job, your ethics call for answering the call for delivering, for performing. Okay, that's the professional ethic. That's a good thing. But now you don't have it anymore. Therefore, that motivation is no longer there. Okay, you don't really have a boss anymore. You don't have that commitment anymore. Okay, and so it's a natural thing. I would not worry about it. I don't think you're the type who would waste time anyway. Okay, so you naturally would find something, because if you were able to submit yourself to the rigors of delivering and performing, okay, because you had a goal, you had a boss, and once you find a goal, you get out of it. Okay, naturally, because that's how you function. Yeah, that's how you function your entire 61 years. Oh, I envy you anyway. I'm green with envy. I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. What happens when you're jealous, by the way? What kind of animal you become? I'm green with envy. God. Anyway, it's so cool. Anyway, enjoy it, okay? And what's the first question again?
At this beginning of my retired stage, what kind of principle that I want to have to design the rest of my life, and the directions and what I want to do, like.
Okay, you figure it out. But how long do you plan to live, by the way?
For average span of life, I think I have like 30 years left.
30 years? That's a very ambitious man. What's the life expectancy in K-Land, by the way, for males?
Around 80. Around 90.
Around 90? In K-Land? Seriously?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive for a society that's under great stress. Ah, how interesting.
We have lots of old age suicide, though.
But here, our life expectancy for men is like just about 80, not quite 80 yet. Huh? Asians are higher? So that's why it's up to 78 now for men here in the country, because of us Asians. Okay, good. We're contributing in a good way. Yeah, K YouTube. Oh, never mind. I'm not done with this question yet. I got distracted. You figure it out. Don't worry. Okay? The thing is that one thing that's very important for people in this phase of your lives is that you have a very wonderful knowledge, whether it's technical, whether it's worldly, you can pass on, and you combine it with your Buddha Dharma knowledge. You are a great coach. And that's why your company wanted you to be around for a year, because they want to pick your brains. Okay? And so good things will happen. Don't worry about it. You'll find something that you like. And one of the things here in the US, for example, with people in your age, is that they go into coaching, into counseling and mentoring the young ones, okay? And in particular, in your country, you have a workforce. You don't have a lot of young people anymore, so they really greatly appreciate your experience, your expertise. On top of it, do not discount this. You have the Buddha Dharma knowledge, and you should always combine the two. The great teachers, the great coaches are the ones who are strong technically, but also know how to live their lives. What usually happens out there in the real world is that they choose people who have knowledge and know experience, but they don't know how to find someone who knows how to live their lives. You have both. So you'll be a great asset to society. Don't worry, you'll find something to find yourself useful. Okay, you're welcome. YouTube. Don't think we have time to go into tonight. Maybe next year. YouTube, go ahead.
하이라이트 롱이라는 분의 질문입니다. 춤, 노래를 많이 즐기면 선정 레벨이 진전되는데 방해가 되지 않나요? 팔관제계에는 춤추고 노래하지 말라라는 항목이 있어 여쭤봅니다.
This is a question from Highlight Long. If you enjoy dancing and singing too much, would it be an obstruction to progress your samadhi level?
Yes, absolutely. You're right. I agree. Okay. Can we go through this? Because if we stop tonight, we probably won't be able to do this unless we extend tomorrow's session. Tomorrow's session is feedback. Okay, no lecture, just feedback. Okay, maybe we'll continue tomorrow night because it's not enough time. There's a lot of good stuff here. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. Yes, exactly. The Korean commenter is correct. This is the Asian wisdom, is that it's a reminder that if you only indulge in pleasures, that is not healthy for you. And what I want to point out is that if this is how you talk to the people here in these times, okay, especially young people, they are in the stage of their lives where they are discovering the pleasures of life. Yeah? Okay. Hey, Gen Zer, is that true? You're discovering, or you're too depressed, the pleasures of life, the fun of life. And you tell them, you shouldn't listen to music too much, you shouldn't eat too much and so forth, you shouldn't indulge yourself too much. They're going to be so turned off by us. This is my problem with this kind of thinking, this kind of preaching. And well, what's the point in living? Okay? To me, it might work for my generation because we're old enough, we live our lives, and now we realize we're not happy. And for someone to tell me you have not found true happiness, and say, that's true, isn't it? But for young people like her and younger, they are discovering the joys of life. You cannot talk like this to them. It doesn't work anymore. This is why the monks and nuns cannot draw young people anymore. They're not speaking a language. Okay? It's too drastic, too extreme to me. Yes, I bought it, that's why I'm still here. but it doesn't work for the young people. Agree? Huh? So you say, so all this is true. I mean, there's true happiness and it doesn't play. So music brings happiness. Stop me when you get there. I still have a few more minutes, okay? Temporary happiness and joy, you start crying again. This music, you cry. Yeah, he has a right. You know, you become attached to music. But on the other hand, I like it when, you know, I hear a good song, the song came back to mind, I don't have to play it. I like it. I don't know. I don't cry. I sort of like to daydream about it. And yes, you know, and then I want to share it with someone. Yeah? This is girls' night. That's why I talk, just to please girls. Okay? And so, to me, it's normal. It's fun. There's nothing wrong with that. You too.
Thank you, Master. We have a question from Cordelia. Amitabha, Master, I have similar issues as Mr. Park. I don't take vacations except for temple events. So during Chanchi or at the temple, I feel I'm more relaxed than vigorous at my cultivation. I wonder, how should I motivate myself to become more vigorous?
Your problem is too difficult. Okay, we come to that. Okay. And if I still have an answer, you ask again, okay, because I am very forgetful. Okay, the person who cries is going to listen to music, okay, because it's young, a bit more experienced, you will cry. Okay, so yeah, he's right, you see. Older people, I know many pop stars. How far you have to go, 95? Huh?
93.
93. The guys, as soon as they get off the stage, they don't even know why they're crying. He knows a lot of pop stars. I don't know. Okay. I say happiness from making music is not true happiness because I have proof. Okay? Okay. So what's your question? Which slide do you have a question on? He forgot already.
For some reason, it's not showing up again.
So I answered your question already clearly. Yes, sir. One. I know I'm rushing you a little bit because I know Chung Yin is plotting something. He would not miss a lecture unless he's... Yeah.
Master, in Buddhism, we have music too. Like every morning we have the chanting, that sort of music.
It's not considered music. It's called chanting. Yeah. It's actually praising, offering our praises to the Buddhas, offering our music to the Buddha, our chanting to the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas. Here he's talking about making music. Here is like purely seeking fun. And that's how worldly people are. They seek fun. Like young people, they're discovering more ways to have fun, to have more pleasure, and they're stuck on that. And they don't realize when they keep on seeking pleasure, it's insatiable. When they get older, from now until they get older, they will go through a lot of unsatisfied because it's insatiable. People are insatiable. So that's why eventually they will discover that when they get a little bit older, these people don't believe it yet, they become very unhappy. Not true? Yeah? It's very unconvinced. Yep. It's like she's pressured to say yep. Yes, sir, 3.
Master, in accordance with Ray's question about is this like manifestation? It's like if you want to be happy, then do things that make you happy. I don't want to suffer, but I'm suffering.
Yeah.
It's not coming from me wanting it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why does it keep happening? Like I actively do not want to suffer. I don't. And so but it keeps happening. So where is the cause and effect there?
Cause and effect of why you're suffering? Because you've been a bad boy. I mean, cause and effect. You don't suffer unless you've been a bad boy. Come on. It's the sages, not me. I know you don't believe me, but it's very profound Buddhist wisdom that cannot be refuted. The only way we're suffering is because we've been bad. Seriously. So there is a natural tendency to overcompensate. And this is what happened to young people as well. They seek pleasures and they get heartaches, for example. They get disappointments, for example. And then so they compensate by striving harder, seeking pleasures harder. Okay? And they fail to understand that there's a balance in life. That's where I'm going. Because I don't buy this anymore. It doesn't work anymore for me. Because to me, this is not the middle way. The middle way, you notice, we have a chanchi, but we're very relaxed. Atypical of a chanchi environment where go, 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 go. Okay? Like you have a drill sergeant. She's coming, by the way. This is the drill sergeant. The unofficial drill sergeant. She's, come on, come on. I always look, every time I look at her, I see her with a whip. Maybe a little leather, I don't know. But the leather part hasn't come yet, but I see a whip already. Okay? And so thank you. Great teamwork. And so it worked. I want you to experience it where there's a time where I want you to really go, 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 go. Okay? But also, I'm also training you in kindness and compassion. That is more balanced, meaning in our chanchi, I know it's too late to tell you this. It's way too late, okay? Maybe not the 24 hours, okay, or less. But it's better late than never, okay? It's about time you understand our philosophy of chanchi. We work hard. There's a schedule there. It's right there in black and white for you to follow. Okay? Try to adhere to it. Okay? Try your best to adhere to it. That's go, 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 go. Okay? But also, I also am teaching you about kindness and compassion, meaning that if you have a chance to help others and make others help in a way to help others, it's perfectly okay for you to take time off and talk to a newcomer and say, how are you? Would you like some water or whatever it is, like hurting or something? And that's part of the chanchi too, experience as well that you will not find in a Chinese temple. The true authentic chanchi is never like that. And we are like that. Okay? If we had a chance for us to practice kindness, compassion, by all means, that trumps the schedule. But if you have nothing, okay, to practice on, then drive yourself or call mistress. She will drive you. Okay? And that to me is a middle way. Okay, because what I've noticed is from all the Chinese temples I've been to, Taiwanese temple, Asian temples, they're only one way. Their style is go, 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 go. Okay, and it helps develop samadhi, but that's not the only way to do it. They're still rigid because they're not teaching you the middle way. The middle way to me is much more effective as long as you have certain teaching. If you understand certain teaching, then the middle way is much better than their just one-dimensional style of chanchi. I'm not saying it's bad. It works very well. It made Master Xu become enlightened. That helped. Okay, there's a place for it. But for people nowadays, I feel that if you stick to that schedule only and have mistress run the show, then there aren't that many people who can make it anymore, because most young people, most of you will drop out before that happens. And therefore we need to compromise, need to go, if you don't have to go full steam the whole time, the whole 7 days, you can still make it if you learn to practice kindness and compassion. And listen to lectures and ask questions and the whole thing. Okay? Yes, these Chinese people they've been laughing at me saying, you're not authentic, you're a fake monk, you're Chanchi, you're not authentic. I say, true, it's not authentic Chinese. But our people got further than you. In America, I don't care what you say. This is, show me the meat. Where's the beef? Stop talking nonsense. Show me the beef, okay? Wagyu beef preferably. All right? So that's where I'm coming from. Anything else? Because that's why I don't subscribe to this. It's fun. I want you to hear the traditional Chinese style. And this is what all those people who learn from a Chinese, Asian, and so forth, that's what they all do out there to make a name for themselves, because they don't know how to do the middle way. Okay? And Master Hsing Hua, unfortunately, had to teach him this way, because my generation don't know how to do it the middle way yet. If you don't know how to do it, then you stick to this style of go, 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 go. And cha! Now we're going to see high heels. It's clearer. Okay, thank you everyone for tonight. Happy 4th of July. Yeah. Have fun. Do you have an announcement to make?